Why do I do this to myself? Every time. Not every time. I usually don't do this to myself anymore. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing. I'm just, you know.
They've won millions. They've crushed the competition. They've outplayed the best in the world. But even the greatest poker minds aren't immune to making mind-blowing, head-scratching blunders. From misreading hands to botched bluffs, these pros had moments so bad, you'd swear they forgot how to play the game entirely. Get ready for the most unbelievable poker missteps ever caught on camera. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video to see one of the most legendary professional poker fails of all time. Mind games and meltdowns. In this unforgettable clash, Tony G, the undisputed king of poker table antics, once again proves why he's one of the most entertaining and controversial players in the game. With his signature blend of needling, deception, and outright mischief, Tony pulls off one of the most audacious mind games ever seen on the felt. His target? None other than Phil Hellmuth, a man notorious for his explosive reactions. With hundreds of thousands of dollars at stake, Tony G doesn't just bluff, he takes it a step further. For Phil, however, it's a prime example of a poker pro forgetting how to play the game.
Full straddle from Tony.
You're taking away my straddle energy.
I'm not. I'm putting more money in there for the good players.
That's like wasted money.
You can raise him comfortably knowing that he hasn't looked at his cards.
Action folds to Rankowski, who's out. Phil Hellmuth, ace-jack.
Real money.
All right, I opened for the pot.
Pots it.
And you looked, right?
Allegedly, I looked.
Tony.
I'm all in.
Pot limit, brah.
Without looking?
Without looking.
Pretty sure he looked.
Well, you can't be all in.
66.
Tony repots it with ace-king.
All right. He slowed down. He slowed down a bit.
The setup is classic Tony. A sly glance at his cards, a knowing smirk, and a bold statement that sends Hellmuth down a path of complete miscalculation. Phil, ever the emotional player, believes he's making a calculated decision, but in reality, he's being led straight into the lion's den.
You going to save the rest?
Not if he believes you haven't looked.
It's hard to believe that you always have a hand against me.
Look, you could see the flop and get rid of it as well. I'm not looking. I haven't looked. I don't care. I know it's a random hand, and I got a random hand.
Wow, all that talking makes me think he's strong. I was for sure going to call before that.
15 on top, Tony.
He's saying he hasn't looked, though.
He most certainly looked. Did no one see him?
He's saying you didn't look?
Yeah, you wouldn't lie, Tony, would you?
I wouldn't lie. You can check my hand if you want. You can tell him the truth.
You didn't look at either card.
I haven't looked.
You promise?
Ask Joe. I mean, I haven't looked.
I can't say anything, but...
To add an extra layer of deception, Tony even flashes his cards to another player at the table, reinforcing his fabricated story. Hellmuth, trusting the table dynamics more than his own instincts, sees ace-jack as a no-brainer call. Little does he know, Tony is running circles around him, and the psychological warfare is only beginning.
Says he hasn't looked.
I didn't see it.
Do you believe him? Yeah. He said he hasn't looked, only Joe looked.
Did you look at your cards at all? I mean, it's...
Look, the people at home, no, I haven't looked. Joe's looked at my hand.
If you haven't looked, it's kind of an easy decision for me here.
We can run it 10 times as well.
I guess I'll just move in.
All right.
Phil ships and Tony calls.
All right, you're close. You're up there.
Oh, you lied.
Of course I lied.
Phil is starting to squirm. Tony, meanwhile, is grinning from ear to ear, fully aware of the chaos he's orchestrating. There's no rule against what he's doing, but sportsmanship, that's another story.
That's messed up.
So messed up.
Wow.
What do you think, I'm blind? How many times do you want to run
Well,
it?
I asked you if you had looked or not.
Do you want to run it how many times?
I'll let you choose, Tony.
Three
I
times.
I always lose, so... You kind of deserve to lose the first one.
I do deserve. I hope you win one.
Why would you lie? I mean, no, let's consider totally not uncool, man. I mean, it's not right.
I feel it's just a game.
That's etiquette, though. I mean, you don't
Phil,
say
what
you were
happens
blind
on
when
this
you were blind.
table in play is just a game. We tell whatever we want. When do you tell
all
the
rules
truth?
of poker are just thrown out the window
Well,
for you.
call the floorman. If you think my hand might be dead, then.
That's horrible etiquette to say you didn't look at your hand, and you know, this really bad etiquette. But
What do you think? I'm a kid?
Technically, Tony isn't breaking any rules by lying about his hand, but his sheer delight in needling Phil takes the concept to a new extreme.
We're talking about etiquette.
I'm a poker
you're
player.
the kind of guy that goes to the golf course, and when someone's playing you a big money match, you scream in the middle of their backswing.
You think that's the same thing?
Yes. I know it's the same thing.
I don't
Listen,
think so.
if you pulled all the
We're
top players...
talking about the strength of our hand, and I'm selling
Let's
you...
just bet 100,000 if we pull the top 20 players, we'll ask about your etiquette. Or maybe we'll bet $250,000.
I can bet on myself, and I can be
Why don't
very
you just
happy
bet
with my own.
You know it's bad etiquette.
Phil, this is a
You
poker
know
TV
it's
show.
bad etiquette.
This is a poker TV show.
Well, don't argue with me then.
You
Don't try
come
to
in as
make
the best
excuses
player in
and
the world,
lie.
taking me on.
This is all just a prelude to a truly epic moment viewers will never forget. The lying almost becomes secondary as Tony G goes into a full-fledged attack on Phil Hellmuth.
And I'm destroying you.
You
in
know
every
it's bad
part
etiquette.
of the game.
You don't say you haven't looked at your cards when you haven't looked at your cards. You don't do that.
Okay, well,
it's
then
like
I'm
a
not.
rule of poker. It's like it's
Why'd you call?
horrible etiquette. Because I thought you hadn't looked at your cards.
Come on, Phil.
Well, as if you want 25,000 this bad, you can have it.
You have to
How
pay
many times
attention
are we
to the
dealing?
game. Phil, if you're a professional player, you would pay attention to me looking at my hand. Will
Tony,
not
look,
you pay
if this is
attention?
the way you want to win, you can win this
I
way.
haven't done anything illegal. I looked at my hand. Everyone saw
No,
it.
when
that
you
paid
flop
attention.
straights and you say, I have a flush draw.
All right, you're a
ha, ha, ha,
policeman.
that's-
Could you make a comment? We're doing it 3
Okay,
times.
how many times? 3 times?
3 times. I admit that my
You deserve to
etiquette
lose the
is
first
terrible.
one
I
again.
do.
Even by Hellmuth standards, this tirade is going to be monumental. The two are already at each other's throats, and with the decision to run it 3 times, the drama is only just beginning.
So they're going to run it 3 times with the winner of each run taking a third of the pot. Flop. King 9 tray.
Tony pairs his king, Phil drawing nearly dead.
How happy are you now that it's not running once? If you ran it 11 times, you know you'd win like 4.
Turns a jack.
That's bad for me. I need that jack on the next round.
yeah.
That's really bad for me.
Unless you get one now.
Yeah, unless I
Means
get
you
one
won't
now.
get any more. Win any more.
River, ace of diamonds.
That's kind of fair. Let's even out the deck.
Tony, ever the provocateur, doubles down on his antics. His relentless jabs and unfiltered comments are clearly designed to rattle Phil. And they're working. He's really taking off the gloves and throwing every punch he can at Phil.
Flop number 2. 7, 5, 10. No help to Phil.
That's not
You really, I don't think you're the kind of guy that wants to show your true colors all the time.
Well, it's just your true colors can't escape you. You are who you are. Phil.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the way I am.
Turn number 2. Ace of clubs. River, another 5, and Tony G takes the second run.
Don't rush. Don't rush.
Tony keeps the pressure on, throwing in digs and sarcastic remarks designed to push Phil further off the edge. It's not just about winning chips, it's about breaking Phil mentally.
7, no help to Phil.
Okay, the last 10. 3 10s. You can take insurance too.
Got another needle from Tony.
It's a jack.
Whoa! You got there.
That's not cool.
No, he didn't.
No. Sorry. I was just joking, Phil. Did you believe me again? Was
No,
that
I
bad
don't
etiquette
believe you.
too?
So Tony, look, you're loaning me 50,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I don't accept it.
Okay. No problem.
But good game, man.
All right. I'm sorry, Phil. I really am. I'm sorry. I think you should retire. I think it's over. I think you're not there anymore, Phil.
Tony's antics reach a crescendo as Phil seems to struggle to comprehend what just happened. For Phil, the lie feels like a betrayal, an unthinkable act in a game built on strategic deception, not outright dishonesty. In reality, he fell for the oldest trick in the poker book.
I think you should take your coach, get a tandem bike, and get the hell out of here.
This is awful. What Tony's doing is horrific.
I think it's bike time. You know it.
Good game, everybody.
Take your man, and you boys start driving the bike like this. You guys are outclassed. You don't belong in this level, Phil.
Can you believe he lied about his hand?
Yeah,
Have you ever seen that in a high limit game in your life? Tell the truth.
It's extremely strong because it's something you would never do.
Have you ever seen someone lie about their hand when they say they're in the blind? Ever in your life? Tell the truth.
No, I've never.
It's horrible etiquette.
For Phil, this wasn't just a loss. It was a personal violation of the game's unwritten rules. But we gotta be real. Why would you ever trust Tony G to tell the truth? For Tony, it was just another day at the office, including an absolute spectacle of some of the most savage needling we've ever seen. Love him or hate him, Tony G knows how to make poker unforgettable. But did Tony G take it too far? Let us know what you think in the comments below. The $2.3 million decision. In the high-stakes world of poker, every move can be the difference between a life-changing payday and an unimaginable loss. Our next clip takes us to an overseas game where the stakes are astounding. The screen's bottom left corner tracks the chip amounts, listed in billions. Yeah, with a B. But don't be fooled, the pot is real. And every decision could mean the difference between triumph and disaster. At the center of it all, none other than Tom Dwan, a player who has built his legend on taking the biggest risks in the game.
Shit with a real hand, gonna open it up to 30,000. Oh wow. It's a bet made before people have seen their hands. So there's extra debt money out there. That's why people play more aggressive.
Tom Dwan, never one to shy away from aggression, fires off a raise 10 times Paul's initial bet. But Paul, he's holding pocket aces, the best starting hand in poker. It's deep stacked poker at its finest. And as the pot quickly swells to $150,000, all signs point to an all-out war. With pocket aces in his arsenal, there is no doubt that Paul is about to put Tom to the ultimate test.
Anything goes in this game. Anything goes.
Race.
Paul's gonna make it 320. This is a very that people won't respect his 3-bets. And Paul knows Tom like no.
Dwan, master of calculated risk, takes his time. He's known for navigating through impossible situations. But even for him, this is a moment where one wrong move could be catastrophic. And yet, the only thing guaranteed is that someone is about to walk away from this hand with a massive payday or a devastating loss.
Come on.
Wow. Gets snap called by Paul.
No, better.
Oh no.
And a smile.
The situation looks bleak for Dwan. Paul sits comfortably, his confidence unwavering with his pocket aces. Meanwhile, Tom finds himself on the wrong end of a brutal mathematical reality. Just a 6% chance to win. With the cards stacked against him and millions on the line, Dwan's ability to defy the odds is put to the ultimate test.
All in a smile. Seems like they're running it once as well.
Alright.
2% shot and that's it.
Chip. I go for
Lucky,
short
this is not my casino.
$2.3 million pot. All flop.
No.
Go for a short deck.
That's Tom Dwan there.
Alright, button's good.
In less time than it takes you to put your order into McDonald's, Tom Dwan walks away from the table down a staggering $1.2 million in a single hand. It's a moment that encapsulates everything we love and fear about high-stakes poker. The game isn't just about skill, guts, or even luck. For Tom, this is a reminder to keep things simple, and it sure isn't a hand that he's soon to forget. Enjoying the video so far? Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell to never miss an epic poker fail, even from the pros. Vanessa Selbst, costly misstep. Final clip, Vanessa Selbst takes on fellow poker pro Prahlad Friedman, but what starts as a competitive cash game quickly turns into a train wreck. Instead of a well-calculated battle of wits, we witness a complete collapse. An all-in moment where the worst possible decision meets the worst possible timing. It's the kind of mistake that poker players have nightmares about. And unfortunately for Vanessa, it unfolds with hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line.
Raises to 1,300 as Fondiari quickly out. Spirit rockets for Prahlad Friedman.
Vanessa knows her own reputation, so she knows Prahlad could get into some real trouble here.
4-bet to 13,200 with the jack high. It is 5 bets to 35,000.
Prahlad is just messing with her.
Now it looks like she wants to see how many chips Prahlad has left.
If she levels herself into thinking Prahlad is messing with her, this is going to be a disaster.
Vanessa is sitting with Jack 7 suited, a hand that most players wouldn't even consider calling the big blind with. While aggression and risk-taking are key components of high-level poker, there's a fine line between boldness and recklessness. And on this particular hand, that line disappears completely. Meanwhile, Prahlad is sitting on pocket aces, the one hand you absolutely don't want to be making big moves against. But for Vanessa, she just keeps sinking deeper and deeper.
Pot.
She puts in 6 bets with Jack high.
Oh boy.
1062.
$106,200 is now the bet.
This is an absolute punt. Let's count the hang time.
All right, I'm all in.
Pralada's all in.
It is a mistake. I call.
Vanessa calls.
I can't.
Aces for
No,
Pralada.
no.
He's got aces.
Yeah, I know.
I'll bet she's
How
got
many do you want to
aces.
run it?
He has aces.
It's like 100%.
Of course. She has ace, king, or kings.
Nope, I have nothing. Twice?
Whatever you want.
Let's do 3 times.
Sure.
That's it.
She has live cards.
Oh boy.
How much do you have?
The writing is on the wall. Even before Prahlad flips over his cards, 2 other pros at the table correctly call that he has pocket aces. That's how obvious this setup is to everyone, except Vanessa. She's so deep into her own head, trying to make something out of nothing, that she's completely overlooked the fundamental truth of poker. Sometimes, your opponent just has the goods. It's a brutal reality check with $340,000 in the middle.
He's got you covered, I think.
60, 170.
So they're going to run it 3 times. Winner will get a third of the pot. King 4-5.
That's not good. God.
To the turn. 9 of hearts.
All right. Put a...
Time for speeches is over.
River 10 of hearts, and Pralada's locked up a third of the pot worth over 113K.
I'm such a...
As Vanessa loses the first run out, the censored words start flying. But to her credit, she directs all the anger at herself. Unlike Phil Hellmuth's legendary meltdowns where the entire table gets blamed, Vanessa takes full responsibility for her own mistake. She knows she misplayed the hand and now she's paying the price for it.
Why do I do this to myself? Every time. Not every time. I usually don't do this to myself anymore. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing. I'm just, you know.
Pretty sure he was laughing.
Here comes the second of 3 runs. 8 king 5 2 diamonds flush draw for Vanessa.
It's already a diamond over there.
There it is. That's the spirit. Show the other diamonds.
The 6 of diamonds would definitely be more useful here than it was in the last one.
Vanessa only needs 1 more diamond.
Turn 5 of hearts.
Wow, Prahlad is strong. How did he dodge it there?
Missing the flush draw would be devastating. She's not likely to flop this good again.
To the river. No diamond, 3 of clubs.
What a brick.
3. 4, 6, king, 3 more bricks. This is getting hard to watch.
Not even a sweat.
Vanessa's dead to 2 pair trips or a straight. All of them runner.
Deuce of spades.
All right, I'm out of here.
Nice playing with you, Vanessa.
Nice playing with you.
3 runouts, 3 losses, total devastation. The hand is over, but the sting of this mistake will last much longer. With nothing left to do, Vanessa makes the dreaded walk of shame out of the poker studio. A painful reminder that even the best players sometimes forget how to play good poker. Make sure to like and subscribe to never miss an epic poker fail, 6 suck out, or legendary win. And as always, thanks for watching.